All right, hey guys, so I'm gonna make this real quick, simple, and effective. We're gonna go over GU and EU. So right now, starting with GU, I just want to show you guys looking left. Like, this was the structure that we had finished. We hit TP2, which means we was looking for a reversal, and we had other confluences as well. But also this yellow zone right here, this is where there was a lot of support looking left. Right here, right here, right here, right here. And then we finally broke through it right in this area. And then we came right back up. So this is the area that we're currently in, that we're currently possibly could be retesting or pushing through. We also broke this foundation level right here. I have made it thick. But let's look at where we're at right now. So if we go to the 1 hour, you can see I have two zones right here. I can actually change this one to a, I saw it on the 30-minute, but it's clear as day too on the 1 hour. So right here, we can see we had a lot of support in this area, right? And this is a lot of resistance. So price eventually broke through and came back to retest this area twice. This has been the second time it retested. So that's twice it came back to this area and pushed up. So now where we're at, like, I kind of want to like keep my hands off of this because I see two things. So let me walk you through what I see. So one being, we just finished this structure right here, point A, pull back to this blue zone, which I said right here looking left, had a lot of support. Eventually we broke through, came back to retest it for another support, and then we continued up. So this was a whole little fib I had like this. So now in the area that we have, since we're at this zone, like what I'm trying to see is if price is going to push down at least to this zone right here. I also made a note too that since this was a minor zone, it was on the 30-minute, but I changed it to the 1 hour because it's being highly respected. But when it comes to minor structures, those can easily get broken through. Same thing when it comes to trend lines. So you can see we respected this twice. So what I'm looking at right now, let me get rid of this. I want to see if price is going to do something like this and come back to this blue trend line, because this blue trend line, this is my 4 hour. You can see I have 1.2 points drawn to the future. So I want to see if it does something like that. Like if price does that and it does not break below this low right here, then that's an indication that we're still going to be continuing buys to this trend line. I did have this trend line right here that broke and it retested this on the smaller time frame. So this is something else that I saw too, and I have put in the chat that price could have been pushing up to this zone because it was before any of this had even happened. Even though we had a retest, yeah, price could have easily pushed down. But then also, since I saw that we were still near that zone, price sometimes get attracted to that area, and it moves up before it continues to fall in that overall direction. So now where we're at, I'm gonna delete this. You can see we're right here in this area right here where all these highs were. So now I want to see, honestly, I'm not going to be up for London session on Pacific time. So in the morning, what I'm going to want to see is if price is going to push back down here and how this candle in this area is going to finish. I want to see if it finishes with wick exhaustion, or I want to see if it's pushing through that area. If there's wick exhaustion, then I'm definitely going to if you're going to get in this, you can take it zone to zone. So if you get in right here, take it up to these highs right here for buys. Don't take it past it until we break through, breaking these previous highs. Because like I said, this could potentially go like here to this trend line. which if you take another fib, go like this, we can see it going up to this TP1. And then also with this 1 hour fib I had, you can see it came to this 23.6, but we didn't have much consolidation. Like usually we'll see like clear as day consolidation before a continuation, but we didn't have that. So I'm thinking dragging this up higher. We hit 23.6. So that's why I said too how if we do not break this low right here, like we could be looking for buys. So we could be having some more consolidation in this area before pushing up to TP1. And then once we get to that trend line, then I feel like that's when we'll be looking for buys. Because look too, we also have divergence forming as well. That's going down, and this is pretty much like flat, but that still counts as divergence because it is two things doing the opposite. So that's what I'm looking for here. I'm kind of just sitting on it. So like I said, I'm going to look back in the morning to see what price is doing. There was also something I wanted to share too. When it came to like drawing your fib and it goes to a 23.6, but you don't see much of a consolidation. I feel like I had another example somewhere. Well, no, that was consolidated. Where was it? It had happened. I'm gonna have to find it, and then when I find it, I'm gonna put it in the chat because I remember this scenario had happened, and dang, I don't even remember where it was, but I'm gonna find it. So that's what we're looking for. If there is consolidation in that area, then it's gonna be a continuation to that TP1. Once we get in if we are looking for sales, then I would say you can go right here to this 30-minute. And what we'd be looking for is right here, an alert. Let me put this on the 15-minute because that's where I saw it. So this could be a key trend line as well. Just showing if you do want to get into that buy, you don't trust that zone, wait for price to come back to this trend line, and then take it back up to the top, the highs. Don't take it past it. If you do want to hold it, I would just say manage your risk really well. But if we stay above this trend line, this is also an indication that we'll continue with that buy. Now, if we break through, clearly we're going to be breaking that low. We'll be looking for a retest to get in for that sell. Boom, bada bam. That easy, just like that for GU. EU, we're pretty much in the same boat, okay? So the thing is with EU, we just hit TP1, okay? Let me get rid of some of this stuff that is all over. So this is the structure. And we just hit TP1 right there, and we had divergence. So clearly we was looking for a reversal. Same scenario. I had this trend line right here. We had a break and a retest, but we was near a zone. So of course I'm like, okay, price could potentially push up. So this blue zone right here at the top is also where there was a lot of, resistance, broke, support, broke through, and now we are retesting it again. So now, honestly, like what I want to see, like I'm not getting nothing right now. I want to wait until the morning, even if that means like I miss it, because sometimes things can push heavy. But even if that means that I miss it, that's perfectly fine, because there's always another move. So what I want to see right here is throughout the night, I want to see if it's going to continue to push up like this, or I want to see if like this next hour candle is going to be very, very wicky to continue for a sale to this green trend line right here, which is overall holding up price. So that green trend line right here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points have hit that trend line and bounced up. So if price comes back to this trend line and we get another wick exhaustion, baby, that is a clear indication of a buy, including with I'm sure we're gonna see some divergence as well. So I want to see if that happens. If that happens, then definitely we'll be looking for buys. And you'll take it from that previous low here, take it up to TP1. Now, eventually, or what you can also do too is if you do get in for this buy right here, you can just take it up to this zone. Since this is a higher time frame zone, it's more respected, so it may not break through that area. So you can always do that zone to zone, because then price could come down here, push up, push back down, do something like this, and then break through and continue down. So that's what I see for EU. Now when it comes to gold, gold. So this was the previous structure right here for gold. So the thing is here, look, let me show y'all. We hit 78.8.6, but we have not hit TP2. We only hit TP1. We have not gotten TP2. So that's another indication too why I am overall looking for sales, but that is the minor structure. So yeah, we're looking to come down to this area, but since we hit 78.6, there's gonna be a lot of this happening. Okay, so that means it's gonna take time. So if we go down to this structure under here, this is a structure that just finished right here. TP2. There's a minor break and retest right here. That was on the 15-minute. That was a nice buy right here. So where we're at right now, I have this trend line holding price up, just showing that we're still in that uptrend. We did get a retest right here. So I can see price continuing to uphold that as long as we don't break through that green trend line right here. So when it comes to entering it, you definitely want to wait for a break and retest. So we have this structure that finished out right here. This could be the next one right here that just shoots up to TP1. If you want to be safe, either you can go off this retest because it is retesting this zone right here. Let me go to the 30-minute. So it is retesting this zone right here, which was resistance, turned into support, and it retested this trend line. Let's see if there's divergence. Yeah, there is some divergence forming right here. You guys see this is going up. Well, that's kind of going up too. Let me see. But this was going down. So I can see that continuing pushing up to 38. So that's 38.2. But you definitely want to give your stop loss room to breathe. At least below here. Below that low. And then also, if you don't want to hold it at TP1, you can always take it to this next high right here or right here too as well. Because the next form that we're going to be looking for is something that looks like this for continuation. So there is going to be a pullback somewhere to get in for another buy if we continue to respect this trend line. So that's that for gold, GU, and EU. Now, when it comes to the dollar, I definitely see the dollar dropping as well. which, you know, when it comes to GU and EU, that makes them go up. So as the dollar drops, GBP and the euro will continue to go up, because as you can see, this is a structure right here all the way to TP2, because we hit 61.8. So as this continues to fall, I can see EU and GU continuing up, and then gold is a safe haven, so a lot of people invest in that. So definitely manage your risk. What I do for risk management is I use the app XAUUSD. So this is how it looks right here. XAUUSD, this is where you put in your account balance, you put in how much you want to risk. You'll either put in the amount of dollars, or you'll put in the percentage you want to risk. You have to put in how many pips you want to use. And then, so let's just do an example. 500, 1% risk. Let's just say I'm doing 25 pips. And we could do EU. If it comes to anything else, you just put that plus sign. So when I use gold, I have to click that plus sign, scroll down, gold versus US dollar, calculate, and it'll tell me how many lot size to use for the risk that I put in. So yeah, that's it. Make sure to set your alarms on your trend lines. If you guys have any questions, definitely drop it in the comments. Any other videos on specific topics you want me to go over, please drop it in the comments, and make sure to hit that Discord. All right, see y'all.